Hello, my name is Abe. Welcome back to Dead Cells on BC4 still. We have a infinite number of blueprints to collect from the Queen, I suppose, and we're gonna continue working on that, I suppose. What kind of a run do we want here today? Well, you know what? The mace is new and it's also survival. So why don't we try out the wrecking ball? And I did grab the extra equipment from the early part of the game there, just to give us a little bit of extra cash. Hold on, the third attack throws the ball and the fourth recalls it. Cannot be interrupted by enemy attacks. It does feel like it's a little slow, but that is kind of the general theme for survival weapons, although it is still good enough to one-shot enemies, it seems. But, you know, I certainly imagine that at some point, this is possibly going to come back and bite us in the butt. Yeah, like essentially immediately. Because it is just too damn slow and the rats are too damn fast. But you know, it's at least fun to have early. I don't want the hand hook though. You can take that and shove it. Watch this. I didn't do it correctly. I can't believe we did that. There was no reason that we should have been able to flawless those guys. Also, that didn't work. I was hoping, like, I'm trying to use the door a little bit more to like put down a door and then roll through it in order to get a stun effect out. It just doesn't seem to work all that often. This is not how you win a BC4 run. Although, surprisingly, it's relatively fast to dodge roll after you use, you're gonna get me. After you use this, close the door. Close the door! The door's not being closed. Hey. If I can at least stun you with the door, that makes me happy. You know what? This guy cannot shield against the mace. That's why we've never hit his shield and wasted one attack. I was wondering about that. I was like, shouldn't the shield guy, you know, be a little bit resistant to the mace effect? And he's not. We hit him regardless. Honestly, no thank you. But generally the consensus, I think, is that survival weapons tend to be a little bit too slow. So I'm not surprised that this is feeling a little bit slow. You know what, maybe what we should do is we should freeze an enemy, then start smacking them. And you know what? That seems a little bit more appropriate. You know, the whole point of survival, well, other than the HP and survival's sake, is that you have these big, heavy, slow weapons and freezing and rooting and stunning. Those are all parts of the survival build. We should lean on those, you know, freeze an enemy, then you engage, they can't move, you get a free couple of hits in on them, and then you only need the one hit because they're freaking dead, dude. So you freeze them, you smack them. You freeze them, you smack him. He's doing a very good job of not being frozen. That did not work. Okay, hold on. Get frozen. Get smacked. Get smacked. No, get frozen. Get smacked. Get smacked. Okay, you know what? I think I'm understanding how it's supposed to work a little bit more now. It is definitely about control. You know, tactics gives you range, brutality gives you the raw power, survival gives you the control that you need in order to lock down enemies and obliterate them. Hey. I do say, I hate the rats though, because I don't have like a freeze grenade, I only have a freezing bow, so every time I actually try to attack a rat, they usually get the first hit in on me. Those damn dirty rats, those dirty rats. Chemic carbine could be interesting. We'll definitely at least go look at the carbine. Hold on. Plus damage on frozen enemies would be great. It would, but I've got to think that maybe like traps would be a little bit better. Like not bear trap, but wolf traps could be pretty good. What about like root grenade? You know, those are not freezing, but they still offer control. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Hello. Hello. Okay, well, we should probably be dead sometime soon. So, you know, we have options. I can't believe that rat still managed to get in a hit off. We have options that are not just reliant on, you know, we should go fight the concierge. We have not fought him in like forever. Let's take a look at our path real quick. Ossuary goes through Prison Depths, goes through Promenade. So we'll go to the Promenade. Haven't had good luck on the Promenade lately, but you never know, maybe this will be the run. So yeah, I think what we want is like rooting, because rooting, we can get behind an enemy and they can't attack us, and then if we hit them, they won't become unrooted. Spicy queen outfit. I have no cells? What? I guess maybe like doing a test run of something the other day maybe ruined all of my cell counts. But you know what? That's fine. We'll get 700 cells on this run. Or close to it. Unlock a new outfit for the next run, hopefully. But if we don't get anything that like is particularly effective, what I'll probably do is I will probably I keep putting that in like the wrong spot. What I'll probably do is just use the alchemic carbine instead. Cause oh, you son of a. Cause the alchemic carbine is still decent at its job. We have the most luckiest world cheese. No, I see that coming. Oh, you son of a. The most luckiest cheese at the exact right moment. He is standing on the door. That's why he wasn't moving. That's amazing. Man, when you actually get the door to work, it feels so good. But when you can't get it to work, it feels useless. Okay, I'll see you guys later, I guess. Hey, don't teleport to me. I'm right here. He jumped over my bow. We could just go for like straight up curse sword and then just ruin the whole run. I mean, one day there is an achievement related to that. One day we should actually work on that. Okay, so what about this? What about ice armor instead of the door? So now we can, nice. Now we can tank one hit. Might as well do it now. I mean, we have a 0 streak. So now we can tank one hit, and then we won't lose our combo and we won't take the damage. That feels like it could be worth it. Could be appropriate here. Let's get through Trapland first, though. There we go, excellent. Wanna, you know, save a little bit of HP and avoid getting hit essentially over and over and over and over and over again while having this giant wrecking ball and chain sort of deal. I haven't seen the other items from the 1800 DPS if you haven't been hit recently. It's so slow, but it is better, but the wrecking ball is at least funnier. I haven't seen the other items that you get from the servants. Unless Yumi's bow is one of them. I don't think Yumi's bow is one of them, but honestly, it could be. Maybe we haven't. Maybe we have gotten all 3? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Well, let's keep going. Either we have or we haven't. Hold on. A little bit of extra HP, thank you very much. I needed that. Careful of the traps. We have ice armor. Now seems a good opportunity to use some ice armor. So that mace, it goes all the way backwards too. That's interesting. I got to admit that the ice bow is working pretty well. You know, freezing an enemy and then walking up to him and giving him one big smack that is powerful enough to get the kill. That is working extremely efficiently. But if ever we don't get that combo off, if an enemy is resistant to the freeze or there's multiple enemies, that's when it becomes a bit of a problem. Although on the bright side, we got more freaking food. So we had a piece of cheese and a watermelon. That's so good. Yumi's bow is a servant weapon, says Strawberry Bandit. Okay, well then I guess we've got both. Oh God. I guess we've got both of the, run. I guess we've got both of the servant weapons. Or we've gotten all 3 of them rather. This is a horrible place. I thought we still had the ice armor. You know what? That's fair. Please. I'm trying. Slow weapons are not exactly my jam in Dead Cells, though. You know what? What if we just like take the alchemic carbine and we just focus on like a ranged build or something like that, you know? Can you combo without hitting anything, try to do the ranged ball? The problem is the ranged ball attack does the least amount of damage. Ooh, Boy's Axe is pretty good. Just a very quick ranged weapon. The problem is that the first and the second attack do the most damage. The third attack does relatively low damage because it hits 3 enemies. Or, well, rather, it hits all enemies in front of you in a line. You know, the AoE is not gonna be your strongest damage dealing attack. So, yeah, like, oh my God. Oh, good. Hold on. Oh, give me, did they land on the spikes? I think they landed on the spikes. So, like, yeah, we could, in theory, get the, hello? In theory, we could get the 3rd and 4th hit out there, but they're actually just not that good of hits. I can't pick this up. No, I can. Reveals invisible enemies. Sure, why not? I had to run for that food. But I don't know, it's interesting, nonetheless. Again, I don't know how effective this actually is because it seems like we're getting hit on most enemies and then dying rather quickly. Man, and after you attack, the delay is so long. Okay, screw you. They love jumping over my attacks. How are they so good at that? They are so good at jumping exactly over my attacks when they come out. Okay, you've got to go. I gotta admit, Boy's Axe is extremely potent. He's a Boy's Axe. Big Shot says, I feel like Dead Cells has the most references out of any game I've ever played. Have you never played Enter the Gungeon? I've said this before, but that game is essentially 99% references. Almost everything in that game is a reference to something else except for like the generic shotgun. It's just a regular shotgun. There's nothing special about it. That's like the tagline for the gun. Da-da-da-da. Let's go for another skill here. You know what? There you go. Scavenged Bombard, welcome to the show. We're gonna try to make you function. And maybe keep me a little bit safe here as I progress here. We could keep the ice bow, but like the boy's axe is just so good. It does the same DPS as the wrecking ball, and it roots the victim. So you know what? I guess what we should do is we should use them one after the other, right? Like we come here. We root them with the boy. We root them with the boy's axe, and then we murder them with the old ball and chain. We get behind them. They can't do anything about it. That's the ticket. It's faster than the ice bow, and it roots one enemy at a time, and if you hit them with something, like a turret, they don't get broken out of the effect. There we go. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, we really should not be doing it like that, but... I mean, he's still rooted, by the way. He's still rooted, by the way. I recovered the axe. He was still being rooted, by the way. Well, luckily I had ice armor active. Yeah, I like it, I like it. I honestly did not realize that the boy's axe rooted. I thought that it was just damage. It was just a ranged attack, but no. It makes sense because, again, survival is all about big heavy hitting attacks and also things like root. Rooting, freezing, what have you. It's too many of them. I did lose my ice armor, but they're all dead. I don't know how they died. You've got to go first. It also feels like the old ball and chain hits in front and behind, which is pretty good. Hit him with the boy's axe, send him with the ball and chain. That's kind of, I mean, that's exactly what we're doing. It's not even kind of. That is the strategy. Okay, I just jumped into that one. Ignore, you know, ignore that one too. It's okay, we'll live and then we will get the disengagement perk so that if we get hit one more time, we won't die. What do you have for me? Snake fangs, goodbye. Hey, come here. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll get some of you eventually, right? You're not gonna be protected forever. There they go. Easy. I'm surprised that he actually didn't hit me there. There is such a long wind-up. Oh my God, on being able you can turn around because you're an elite. Hey, come here. Such a big, delay on being able to actually dodge roll. Are you kidding me? I didn't dodge roll through him. I dodge rolled in front of him. You know what? I thought he was gonna keep walking even though I rooted him. I didn't get that in my head that we actually would root to slow him down. But you know what? At least I understand now, like, how that's supposed to work. You know, these slow weapons, yes, they're slow, but you can get around the slowness if you utilize the other, like, tools at your disposal properly. It does work. So we could do it with the flint, but the flint is not as good here. What is the best thing that we have in this loadout? Probably infantry bow, honestly. Swift sword is like fine, but actually I think what we're gonna do is this, put this here, put those there. Okay. Face flask, toxic cloud, arrows come back, inflammable oil. You know what? Lessons learned, and also, I have a newfound appreciation for the survival weapons, even if I'm still bad at them. You know, I understand the combo a little bit more. I understand the intent of the weapons. I understand a little bit more how you're actually supposed to utilize those. And in the future, maybe we actually will. Maybe we'll do it on this run, I don't know. Let's see what weapons we get. Killing deck. Poisons the enemy. Nah. Poison deck. Honestly, probably just a little bit too slow for me. That is the wrong button, after all. Are you kidding? There goes our kill streak. Cocoon. Well, if only I could take 2 cocoons, so goodbye. I don't like cocoons all that much anyways. I understand that it's survival and tactics, of course, because... Okay, just climb the chain. I was trying to wall run it. Because it is a, you know, not a shield exactly, but kind of. What are we gonna take here? Tactics, brutality? I don't know, we'll take like 1 brutality, we'll see what happens. So I realize now, using Face Flask does prevent you from actually being able to dodge roll for a second. So, yeah, while you're in the middle of smashing that flask against your face, you can't dodge roll. I keep trying to dodge roll while I'm using it. That's why I keep getting hit by other attacks. I do still want to kind of do another... It's gonna like parry you a whole bunch. I do kind of want to do a tactics run now, but I know it's gonna be tough. Okay. Didn't expect the parry to actually work there. Not really a newfound appreciation for Cocoon. Like, I understand it, it's like a 360-degree shield that you can use whenever you want, but I just prefer to have a shield. You know, like if I'm using skills, I want the skills to be something that can do damage, I think. It varies, but whenever I find myself wishing for Cocoon, it's either, hey, idiot, just dodge better, or use a shield. There's not too many runs where you need to use like a ranged weapon and a melee weapon at the same time, although I was loving it with that survival boys axe. Maybe we'll try to get some boys axes here. Every time I say that, man. Every time I say that. Also, one of these days I want to survive going to the promenade. I don't know why that has suddenly turned into like my most dangerous biome, because I think I've died every time I've gone there. I don't think I've survived that biome once. Could be incorrect about that. Gotcha. I do like that the Cocoon can block shots that are otherwise unblockable. We at least got to 30. Because there are some attacks in the game that can only be blocked by Cocoon. You can't parry them normally. A various assortment of like... Oh, he attacks so fast! A various assortment of like ground-based attacks, like shockwave attacks and fire attacks and whatnot. Should have saved the food from earlier, but we're only 5% down. It's not too bad. Dun 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 dun. We are done. Let's just quickly grab the portal now. Verdacula says, I take the less trap damage mutation before going to the promenade. That's not the thing that's been getting me killed, though. It's just me being dumb has been getting me killed on the promenade. Promenade, promenade, whatever. And I did take survival there. Because in my head, I'm like, I kind of want to do another survival run, but I hope that at some point we'll find survival weapons that can make that actually, you know, a possibility. Okay, I don't know, can you just duck those? You know, because to an extent, you know, what do you need to take a mutation that reduces your trap damage before going to the promenade when you can just, you know, avoid the trap damage? Silly. Telluric Shock. Man, that is so good. Okay, we'll take Telluric Shock. Ooh, we actually cannot afford the cannon. Okay, we'll just take Telluric Shock then. Because I like it. We will leave. There was only the one shop. Let's go to the promenade. And try to survive it. Go to the prison, go to the ossuary, go to the Black Bridge, fight the concierge, because we haven't seen him recently. Melee attacks inflict more damage. It is a better shield, so we'll take it. Although I guess maybe we could have put it in our backpack and run double shield build. Hello. Fredekla says, my favorite survival weapon is a shovel. To be honest, I actually also really like the shovel. I think the shovel is amazing because of the fact that it's actually kind of a fast survival weapon. At least it's fast, says Verdacula. Yeah. And if you're going survival, most of the weapons are going to be slow. So anything that has a little bit of speed to it feels really nice. But I think that I feel like I just need to understand the idea that survival weapons need to have an enabler. You gotta have frost, root. That's how you're gonna play survival and survive, ironically enough. I don't know what the heck you're gonna do on bosses, because some of these bosses are pretty freaking fast, you know what I mean? But like level 2 bow, infantry bow, I'm doing way better than I ever was with the freaking ball and chain. Maybe the ball and chain is just too slow for me. Like even something maybe a little bit faster would have been more ideal. I'll be honest with you though, I don't even remember what we died to. Dun 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 dun. Hold on 1 second. All right, let's keep going. Where were we? Hold on. Put the swift sword back in our backpack. Climb up here, smack some guys. I forgot about what the run actually was. Right, we have Telluric Shock, Cocoon, we have an infantry bow, we have a shield, which will, what is this, inflict bleed on enemies, I think? No, your next melee attack does more damage, possibly. And I'm trying, if I remember correctly here, I'm trying to find some sort of a survival-based weapon. You know what I would like? I don't know, maybe something like a boy's axe? Oh, I wonder where we would find like a boy's axe. I haven't seen one of those recently. No, 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 heavens no. All right, flint. You know what? It's been a while since I have rolled flint. I tried to roll it once a while back, thought to myself, hey, you know what, this is still a pretty good weapon, maybe not as good as I once thought it was. I think this was against the Nest, wasn't it? Yeah, it was against the Queen Nest. Trying to see if maybe we could actually get a flawless on her, and then I failed it because the flint has a little bit of a delay in when you can dodge. Dude, it's perfect. Boy's axe, flint. And we'll put the shield on our backpack and we'll take acrobat packs so we can dodge roll or we can shield whenever we dodge roll. And dude, I'm looking at this. Do you see what I see? I see a freaking whistle. I see a freaking whistle. I see Telluric Shock. I saw that coming. I should have been able to dodge that one. I did see it coming. Hello. Move. I mean, this is like AoE guy. This is like my ideal survival build, I think. Now, I don't really want to swap out the amulet because the amulet that we have is actually pretty good. But yeah, whoa, get out of the way of that. Get out of the way of that too. But yeah, I really like the build that we have here. I think this could be the makings of a great survival run. Now we gotta find the right bag here. This one has the powerful grenade. That's survival? I guess it's, you know, big, heavy, and slow, so it kind of fits as a survival weapon. But I really like also the, is there another item in here? Money or something? I really like the whistle. It just does a lot of damage to a single target, which is a lot of the times the problem. Although now that I think about it, with the boy's axe locking down a single target, maybe we would prefer something that has AoE potential on it. You know, if there's a lot of enemies clustered together, shots leave a trail of flames, that's awesome. And then if an enemy gets hit by that axe, they just get completely frozen and locked down. And they get locked down like what feels like essentially forever. Like, I'm hitting them with the boy's axe, and then they can't move until I decide that I want them to move again. And that's awesome. That's awesome. It seems like they also can't teleport on BC4, which is good because, you know, normally the enemies can teleport. Okay, so we've got something here. We've got something. Random skills, I don't really, other than a telluric shock, there's nothing else really that I want. Actually, you know what? Telluric shock is kind of our AoE, isn't it? If there's a lot of ground-based enemies at least, you hit them with the shock, you kill them all, you push them away or something. Lots of weak enemies especially, they're all gonna die. You love it. Okay. Okay, okay. Just a little sword and board there. Definitely not what we've been rolling lately, which I think is why I like it. I might killed one and not the other. Monster's Eye restores 50% of your HP. And you know what? The damage on the flint is actually pretty good. I'm noticing that when I hit an enemy with the flint, what happens is that it does damage with the flint head that's critical damage, and then the shockwave hits him for a little bit of additional damage. So I think that's why the math, I think, feels a little bit strange on the weapon, because you don't think that you're getting that much extra value out of the crit, but you actually are. It's just crit plus shockwave. So this is an interesting situation here. How the heck do you do this? You aggro him. You lock him down so he can't move. I like that. If I aggro you, you're gonna turn around. So we aggro you, we turn around, we get hit by the laser, we get hit by the laser again. You still get locked down, although maybe that was the your elite ability activating, I don't know. We're getting there. We're figuring out the world of Dead Cells that we live in, and we're figuring out our place inside of it. Is that an elite? I would love for there to be an elite to fight. I'd also love for there to be more cells so that I can unlock the next outfit that we have. No, this is the morass. You know what, I gotta, hold on. I have to do this because I'm so curious. You ready?
Morass.
Morass, okay, I have it right. Thank you, Google. Morass. Not more ass, just like morass, but still. I was getting a little bit self-conscious there after a while. It's like, I can't really be that wrong, can I? What, Abe can't be wrong? No, no. Okay. Oh, you're gonna aggro. Can I do sepulcher? No, I can't be that wrong. Hold on. You know you've got a not commonly used word when the first result is not Google telling you how to pronounce it, it's a YouTube video telling you how to pronounce it.
How to pronounce this word in English, designating a small room or monument cut in rock or built of stone in which a dead person is laid or buried. How do you go about pronouncing it? Sepulchre.
Sepulcher. I actually have it right. There you go. Sepulcher. Sepulcher. I might be, putting a little bit of an Englishization on it, but it's sepulcher. Give me my axe back. Frank just says more ass. I'm loving this combination actually. I'm getting used to the idea that we have to like lock down enemies with the boy's axe, then hit him with the flint for massive damage, and then that's our combo. Hemorrhage. For hemorrhage being so slow, I'm surprised it's not a tricolor. Let's be honest. Sepulcher. Sepulcher. Explorer's Instinct. So this should be the, not ossuary exit. Well, what exit is this then? Because we already found the morass. This must be prison depths then? I thought we already found the prison depths too. Now this was probably prison depths, yeah. And then ossuary's up here. We still have healing available on the floor, so I'm not really worried about that at all. Keep using that axe. You know what? If you're locked down, I can kill the training dummy through you. And then what are you gonna do about it? There's nothing you can do about it. You're freaking dead, dude. Thank you. You gotta love the giant fist. The Fist of Fury. We are done with the floor as well. Fantastic. Yoink. That way we don't have to go all the way up. Ah, there's money up there, hold on. If there's money, we gotta go get the money at least, okay? Whoa, what the heck? You can see like the top of the level. Well, I guess it does show up on the map too. Okay. Is there anything left for us? A monster's eye. Let's grab the monster's eye, go to the prison depths, hopefully live for a floor. We've got a couple of powerful weapons at our disposal. I think we'll probably be fine. And a few powerful weapons that are probably gonna be able to keep us safe as we make our way through. So we go to the prison depths, get out of here. 336 on our scrolls. I assume that that's a good amount. I never really pay attention to how many we get. All I know is that we got +1 on the run because of the, oh really? We have +1 on the run because we had access to the one challenge room. Let's see. Plus 50% damage when you're at max HP. Victims slow down all nearby enemies when they die. That's a normal effect of the flint, I think. Let's not re-roll any modifiers though. We're probably gonna swap out this at some point. 100% HP, what do we want? At some point we could take, oh, I'm just gonna take Armadillo Pack for now. At some point we could take a shield and start parrying to recover health. For now we're okay. What does 60 kill streak do? It opens up the door that allows you to get a random item and some cells and some money. It's just it's an objective. You can either speedrun the game or you can perfect fights. And if you perfect fights, you'll get some extra cash and reward. So it's always worth going for the most part. Okay, so we got the parry. It's a strange enemy for him to target, Mr. Giant, but you know what? I appreciate it nonetheless. Also, you're dead. So I mean, for this guy, hit him with the axe, give him 2 smacks. That's our 1-2 combo from now on, pretty much. He's coming. I guess our axe automatically comes back if it hits a wall, but we can't automatically bring it back prematurely. We gotta wait for the whole thing to finish. And it does damage when we retrieve it too. So if I just wait a second, actually, you know what? Do that, then we can actually see. Okay, look, please stop that. You're kind of being a little bit of a jerk. So he literally can't move because he's been rooted. I'm curious to see how long it lasts. That's why I'm kind of sitting here for a second. That's how long it lasts. Not forever, but for about like 15 seconds. That's pretty good. Hey, welcome, Lonely's troll to the stream. How you doing today? Hope you're having a good day and a good time today. Ha! I tried to dodge roll through him and I missed. That's fine. You know, that's a lesson learned situation. It doesn't create a whole lot of fire if it's up in the air like that. Interesting, very interesting. Also, he cannot turn around if he's been rooted. Hey. 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 I feel like that worked pretty well. Chop, chop, chop. You're not turning around because you've been hit with the axe. I'm realizing as long as you understand the mechanics and how they work, you're in a better spot. You know, as long as you understand the AI, how they operate, as long as you understand how Boy's Axe actually works and how you're supposed to use it to stagger enemies, or to root them, essentially, you're in for a good time. If as long as you understand it. Okay, things are gonna be coming. Actually, you, weirdly enough, this is actually a pretty good little combo here because the bombs do not trigger Armadillo Pack on cooldown. So in theory, I can just roll through those bombs over and over again as they're being created. Did you see something? I thought I saw like a wall rune or something. A little strange. A little visual indicator, a little glitch, I don't know. Knock it off. Don't forget to use both of your skills too. You know, you don't have to, but you can still use them. Like here? Hey, just roll around this guy. What? All right, that's a little rough. He's like, oh my God. Right. Whatever, it does so little damage, doesn't really matter that much. He hit me from, granted he was right up against the wall, but come on, he hit me from behind, you know that. That was a jerk move video game. Okay, let's see, Flint. Much better, much better. Boy's Axe. Not really that much better, and I really like that Trail of Flames right now. Fredaklis says Slasher is a cheater, he kind of is. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Oh man, excuse me. You know, it just happens sometimes. I'm human after all. Sneeze activate. Allergies detected. It was extremely cold today and yesterday. I mean like freaking freezing, like more than just freezing. My friend actually had a hard time starting his car. He had to get it jumped because it was so cold that it wouldn't start. We don't live in like a super warm environment, but we don't have that many problems with you know, the heat and the cold to that degree. We generally like it to be cold, but like it's been getting ridiculous lately. Hey, get boised? Get boys. He's still moving. Very slightly anyways. I like that. All right. Yeah, like we could, I'm, you know, again, as I'm playing this, I'm understanding more about what's going on, and I figure, hey, we could actually do this if we didn't even have the flint, if we had another weapon. Like, I'm understanding it enough, and I'm getting used to it enough that this is actually a pretty cool way of playing it, of locking down the enemies and then smacking the crap out of them. Even if it lasts for a shorter length of time on those enemies, you know, still, hitting them with the boy's axe when the elites teleport, smacking the crap out of them. That's the strategy. Now, how the heck is this gonna actually work on bosses? I have no idea. Because some enemies, I suppose, in the game can be rooted, some of them can't, some of them can be stunned, some of them can't. As for the bosses, I got no freaking idea. I'm pretty sure that Concierge can be rooted temporarily, so we'll be okay there. Otherwise, who the F knows? Who the F knows? So we have food available. Let's just double back for it. Dun 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 dun. Use the opportunity to sniffle once more. JMC says, remember when hangovers were gone by noon the following day? Pepperidge Farm remembers. What kind of a hangover do you have that is not gone by noon the next day? Good Lord, man, drink less. Also, hi. Okay, where's the ossuary exit here? Lonely Stroll says, at least Abe's voice is soothing like always. I hope so. Okay. 54 cells. Not a lot of cells, but we'll get the Spicy Queen outfit at some point. We don't need to reforge anything. Plus damage to a bleeding target, but it has plus 20% damage on it, which is good. Boy's Axe is fine. Shield is fine. Victims freeze nearby enemies, bleed on parry. Maybe we'll re-roll it, but we'll just replace it rather. Oil on these, not really that important, but they just do raw damage anyways. Mutation. Disengagement's always good, but with the health that we have, I don't know if we will need it. We might at some point swap to holding a shield, but I really like the combo that we have, and without having like a bear trap or something, we have to have the boy's axe in that hand. So we could take like gastronomy for extra healing, just in case we take damage. Recovery and disengagement are also always great. Well, hold on, what else do we have here? Let's actually read some of these. Successful parries and reflected shots deal more damage. Heart of Ice, attacking a frozen, stunned, or rooted enemy at close range reduces skill cooldowns by 1.2 seconds. Work with both melee and ranged weapons. Probably has a bit of a cooldown on it too. Enemies suffer damage when they are slowed down, but not rooted. We have rooting, that's what we have with the Boy's Axe. The attack following a parry inflicts plus damage. Parries reduce skill cooldowns by 3.4 seconds. Melee kills reduce the damage you take by 23% for 5 seconds. None of this seems any good. I'm just gonna call it. None of it seems any good, so just give me gastronomy and then we'll just go through the level. Sorry, just a bit of a sniffle today, I think. You know what? Our damage output is at least fine. And honestly, like, the Boy's Axe is essentially good enough to kill these enemies in one hit anyway, so maybe I'm overthinking things a little bit, you know? Just keep throwing the Boy's Axe and do good and be good. Yeah, I think we're doing just fine. Still don't know what my ideal mutation loadout is, but at least for the time being, what we have is good enough. Man, I actually really like this boy's axe. I know I keep talking about it, but like it's really good. It does such a good job of locking down enemies. How did I ever live without this boy's axe? That was funny. Apparently dodging and then using Telluric Shock keeps your, just do this, keeps your Acrobata Pack active slightly. That's interesting. Survival, let's do it. He's been executed by the boy's axe, boy. I should play the God of War. It's on PC now, so, you know, I have no excuse, essentially. In the hole. Perfect aim. I can't even get up there. Please? The Flint's effect of slowing down enemies, nearby enemies when they die, it's nice, but it's not like at all required. Cudgel stuns enemies blocked with a parry. Put that in the backpack. It's a pretty decent shield. We've got a full survival build here as I'm trying to wrap my head around the survival build. Hello, welcome in chat, Emily and mother of Zerg. Did our axe come back? Yeah, it did. I know I said that and then just immediately used it, but I was curious because you have to retrieve it, I always expect to have to manually retrieve it, but if it's not in an enemy, it comes back automatically. It doesn't feel like that's how it should operate, but that is entirely how it operates, which is very good. It's actually, like, it's so weird. It's surprising that a survival piece of equipment is so fast. I think that's the thing that's getting me. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that it is an extremely fast weapon. Oh, hey, knock it off. Like, unlike every other survival tech that you have. Well, I mean, I guess the, you know, the whistle isn't really slow. It's just a whistle that causes a giant fist. Excuse me. I'm just gonna throw my axe at him. Boy. Get an amulet. I really like the amulet freezing right now, so I'm not gonna swap that out quite yet. Okay. You know what, there's something else about the flint that is kind of cool. It will light oil on fire if there's oil on the ground. So the boy's axe also leaves a trail of flames. I was thinking maybe there's a synergy that we could build with fire, where like the boy's axe puts oil on a target, and then the flint could light the oil up. But we're not really putting oil on the target unless we're using our skills, which, you know, we can definitely do. You've just got to get the charge to light enemies on fire. Maybe it only lights the ground on fire. Look, it doesn't really matter, does it? It lights something on fire. There's 60 kills, by the way. Extremely surprising. But I like the combination. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I think the reason why I like it is because it's not slow. It's not survival, really. It's more of a brutality run. It's brutality, but I root enemies before I smack them. I have fast, high-powered weapons that if I need to, I can actually use quickly. Vernacular says, dual boy's axe was meta for a while, very strong for survival. I mean, yeah, I'm looking at it, and I guess the damage isn't amazing. You know, like the flint is doing way more DPS than the boy's axe, but the lockdown effect is substantially great. I should, you know, think about this a little bit more in survival builds. For the most part, I've kind of been ignoring it, but I don't think there's a reason for that. I think we should definitely be thinking about boy's axe in tactics. Did I say survival? I meant tactics. We should be thinking about it in tactics. So 4, 3, 10, we're getting there. I really hope we could get like a legendary boy's axe on the run, but you know, that's always a bit of a hit or miss. Ice crossbow. Never been a big fan. Always felt like what I like about root is, as an effect, if you hit an enemy, they're still rooted. With freeze, as soon as you hit the enemy, they're not frozen anymore. So for certain enemies, it's kind of hard to deal with them with freeze because you've got to like quickly alternate between the two effects. Freeze attack, freeze attack, freeze attack. Then enemies can get like resistance to it, kind of. Oh, keep going. If we can get only... Yes. If we can get only survival scrolls for the rest of the run, I'll be very happy about that. Flashing fans. Another item that I've never really been a big fan of. It's got projectile deflection, but it's kind of tricky to make work. Now here's the time when I'm actually gonna, you know, get hit after I haven't been hit for the entire floor, so, you know, just be prepared for the inevitability of death. Did kill him in one shot, which is pretty good, but we're just gonna wait to do something like that. Still have our armadillo pack keeping us safe a little bit here. Nothing up there to kill. Go for you. Thank you. Don't want to fight the elite if I can avoid it. Four enemies left. I'd rather fight the elite than the boss, but let's hope that there's 4 more enemies remaining. I see you. Don't think I don't see you. You know, maybe slow to recharge powers is kind of the theme of survival, even though Telluric Shock is rather quick, and the grenade too, but you know, 14 seconds. But 20 seconds on the whistle, that's a long delay. Okay. There's another elite fight if we really want it. Okay, there's still enemies left. It's just been so long. We've just been walking forever. And Giant Killer, I completely forgot about that. We could use Giant Killer against the enemies at the end of the game, but we'll have to hold it for the entire game, which is kind of annoying. I don't think we need to buy anything. I think we're fine. Okay, where are their enemies? Bats kind of scared me for a second. Like, are there any enemies? Curse lifted, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You saved me the hassle of dying. I mean, I'm loving the axe killing everything in a single hit, admittedly. Yoink. All right, what's left? There's an elite. I guess we'll go kill the elite. What does the curse do? Asks Lonely Troll. The curse means that if you ever get hit, you die. So we have temporary curse, or we had temporary curse. So if we got hit, we would have died. So it was very it was a little bit strenuous trying to find easy enemies to kill so we didn't die. We purged our curse. Now if we get hit, we won't die. Easy, you know, easy as that. All right, there's another shop. This must be the food shop. We haven't seen it yet. And there's guaranteed food on the floor, if I'm not mistaken. Haven't needed the healing either, so that makes the gastronomy mutation pick a little bit unusual, a little bit questionable, let's say. But you never know when you're actually gonna get hit, so we'd prefer to have it. Survival. I'm not looking to replace my equipment at this point. We'll just sell the medkit and get a small little damage bonus for like, what is it, 30 seconds? For 300 seconds? Okay, I mean, I maybe had the magnitude of the bonus slightly off. I thought the bonus was for 30 seconds, not 300 seconds. And now we have 2 stacks of it. That's awesome. Makes it, you know, just a little bit better than I thought it was. Now here's the real, well, we gotta fight this other elite. But here's the real question. When we leave, will we still maintain the bonus? Like, couldn't we stack it for the next boss fight? Okay, well, I mean, you just got obliterated. Dun 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 dun. Corrupt Senate, welcome to the stream. How did you get your controller figured out? Right, my controller is still garbage and broken, but I disassembled it. I took the D-pad out, like the mechanical membrane plastic that is the actual button press for it, and I just reattached it, and it seems to have fixed it for the time being. Basically, I turned it back off and on again. But I'm probably gonna have to buy a new controller, because this one is starting to behave a little bit irregularly, as you might expect. By the way, we still have the damage bonus. Let's fight the boss with plus 42% damage then. Did you clean the contacts with alcohol? The problem was not contacts for my controller. The problem was the mechanical dome switch was just starting to wear down. Like, it was just literally wearing out. Yo, he gets rooted for quite a while. Hey, hit me. Come on. I did not expect you to get stunned. Oh no! I guess it makes sense that you got stunned. Okay, he hit me again. Really, that's just me. There's no reason to be hit by this guy 3 times. Hey. Now, will he actually jump? The rooting has a very strange effect on... Oh my god, I'm screwing this up. I'm screwing this up. He's hitting me like every single time. Rooting has a very strange effect on this guy. Sometimes it stops his jump, sometimes it doesn't. I'm learning more about how this build works by fighting him, and we died. Okay, perfect. I'm learning more about how the build works fighting the concierge. It's slow on the dodge rolls. Every time he went into an attack, I was stuck in an animation, I couldn't get out of it. So it's probably on me though, because I feel like when you're charging the flint, you can still get out of the animation. But still, I'm just not fully comfortable with the survival weapons. They're big, they're heavy, they're slow. Rooting, I was a little scared on the concierge because it doesn't work properly on him when he's doing his jump attack. We gotta practice if we're gonna be doing some more survival builds, but they're very hard to utilize, I think. I'm definitely a brutality / tactics person myself. It's a shame to get hit more than 2 times as Lonely Stroll. It's a shame to die on what is arguably like maybe the easiest boss. I would say the Mama Tick is probably easier, but this is still like, this is an embarrassing place to die on in Dead Cells. But I'm trying out new things with the survival builds, and I'm learning what you would want in order to make the survival builds work. You would want to have some sort of control option available in your run so that your heavy weapons aren't quite as heavy and slow. But against bosses, status effects don't last as long. So I guess the problem that I was having was I wasn't internalizing how long the route was lasting, and I was wanting to get in there and hit him because I have a big flint that I want to smack him with. So I should have played a little bit more carefully, you know, just hit him like once or twice, then walk away. Instead, I was up close and personal trying to dodge roll past him every time he attacked, but we're too slow for that. Anyways, blah. This one doesn't even deserve an outro. It just ends.